guys? Welcome back to another TheSportUniverse Reacts. So, I was looking through topics to do. There's not a lot going on right now that I can really react to. So what I'm going to be doing is, I guess, the state of the Knicks and what I think they should do going forward. Obviously, this season for the Knicks so far hasn't been the greatest. A lot of disappointments on different ends. There's Dennis Smith Jr. still struggling. Julius Randle hasn't played up to expectations, and just their overall record, I guess. I mean, they just lost, so they're 1-7. But let's first go over the bad. I'm going to do the bad, the good, and what I think they should do. So the bad. Julius Randle, before tonight's game, has been averaging 13.4 points. His other numbers aren't bad. I think he has like 10 rebounds and 4 assists. I think 4 assists is like pretty high for him. I don't think he was really a passing player before he got to the Knicks. And that 14.3 points is definitely 13.4 points is definitely not what the Knicks intended on getting from him for their 3-year, $63 million contract that they had with him. I think, look, it's the beginning of the season. It's 8 games. I feel like Julius Randle at some point is going to figure it out. This is kind of a new role for him. He's never been like I guess you would call him the go-to star on the Knicks right now. He's never been that player for a team. He's always had another person, and I guess I believe that it's his growing pains getting into being the star, if you want to go with that term. The other bad, Dennis Smith Jr., I don't think, at this point, he just still hasn't gotten in the groove of everything. I think first off, he was injured, obviously, and so he wasn't able to do training camp and all that stuff to the best of his abilities. Then they have been working him into the rotation, but when he's in the rotation, he's not doing well because he's not like in game mode yet, if you get what I mean. And that leads David Fizdale to take him out of the game because he's struggling and doesn't want the team to get behind more. So it's just a bad cycle for him to be in right now, and that's something that's going to take a little bit more time, I think. I don't think Dennis Smith Jr. is like a bust or anything. I think he's a very talented player that eventually will do good things for the Knicks this season. It's just taking some time. Then David Fizdale is, I guess, another bad. For me, he's not really seen as a bad. I think it's just more of how Knicks fans view him right now. A lot of Knicks fans view him. I think he's becoming kind of the scapegoat for the Knicks right now with them doing bad, which I guess is deserved, him being the head coach. But I don't think it's David Fizdale's fault that they're doing this bad. I think their key concern is that they don't have anyone to really go to. They had Carmelo Anthony, they had Kristaps. They always seem to have a player that they could somewhat go to as a shooter who could make that clutch shot late. And now they really don't. I have a feeling that R.J. Barrett's going to eventually be that for them. R.J. Barrett or Kevin Knox. Right now, I'm more confident in R.J. Barrett that he's going to be able to do that for them, but he's still developing, and that's something that the Knicks have to figure out. And I feel like that's really their biggest problem. So that's the bad. I guess the good is R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett continues to impress. He seems to do everything well on the court for the Knicks, and he's really been their bright spot. And I guess that's a good sign considering he's their rookie that they drafted. They didn't get Zion, but it's turning out that R.J. Barrett so far has been a pretty good player, and we still haven't seen Zion play a professional regular season basketball NBA game. So that's really all that's good about the Knicks, which is kind of I guess bad, for lack of better words. Then what I think they should do. The trading deadline's not coming up for a little bit. I don't know when the exact date is, but it's not coming up for a little. So they shouldn't do anything crazy right now. I think they just keep playing how they're playing, and eventually it'll figure itself out, hopefully. I mean, if they do bad, they do bad. They're not going to win a championship here this year, obviously. But that doesn't mean they don't go out and try. Heading into the trading deadline, not even if they're doing good, bad, try and get D'Angelo Russell off the Warriors. I mean, he's on the Warriors right now, but like we've said, I think in the podcast, this week's podcast, the Warriors, basically, their whole goal right now is focused on the NBA draft, which means they're not rushing back any of their stars, which means they're not trying to win it all this year, which in turn means D'Angelo Russell is on the trading market. And there's already been connections between D'Angelo Russell and the Knicks. And D'Angelo Russell is that go-to scorer that the Knicks could really use. And it would be an interesting thing with him on the Knicks and Kyrie on the Nets. But that's not what I'm discussing here. I think that's what they have to do. They have to go out and get a star. Obviously, signing free agents is a struggle for them. And sometimes, like we saw with Carmelo Anthony, they had to go out and trade for him. But hopefully they're smarter this time if they actually do go out and trade for him, that they won't give up what they gave up for Carmelo Anthony and basically ruin their future. That's it. Kind of not really any news that I reacted to, which is what I like these reacts to be, but there really wasn't anything that I could really comment on. So that's it for another reacts. Thanks for watching. Keep watching our stuff, keep subscribing, keep following, all that, stuff. That's it. See you on, what's today? Today's Wednesday. Oh, the order's a little mixed up for this week, but see you, I guess, tomorrow. Bye.